Hello, this is Larry Winckles speaking to you from Budapest, Hungary. I want to take this opportunity to bring you up to date on the status of our personal mission funding for the 2008 calendar year. As many of you know, significant changes are taking place in the way that Free Methodist World Missions is funded. These changes take effect January 1st, 2008. But in order for that to happen, we have to go to work now to see that we have pledges that cover all of our need for the 2008 calendar year. I'd like to take a few moments to bring you up to date on how those pledges have been coming in from Southern Michigan and Ohio churches. I'm happy to report that as of September 21st, 2007, we've received pledges that meet 87.4% of our total need. That means that we're just 12.6% short of reaching our total goal. Now, the other good news is that the Southern Michigan Conference has completely met its pledge of half of our support. And the sad news is that it's in Ohio where the pledges have come short. So we're 26% behind in the Ohio Conference pledges. Let's take a look and see how that support breaks down by church. It's been a real blessing for us to see that 50% of our support has come from just 4 churches. These are really big supporting churches. A further 25% of our support has come from 7 other churches in Southern Michigan and Ohio. And then the final 12% of our existing support has come from 20 other churches. So altogether, 31 churches in Southern Michigan and Ohio have worked together to provide us with pledges that meet about 87% of our need. That still leaves us with the 13% additional funding that's needed that we don't know at this point in time where that funding is going to come from. One way that this funding gap could be closed is if churches that have already pledged to our support would consider increasing their support levels for 2008. Also, there are churches that we know of that haven't yet added us to their missionary support list. And if they do so, then that would also help us in closing our funding gap. We know that not every Free Methodist Church is going to have us on their missionary support list. But we also know that there are individuals within churches that really do want to take part in our ministry. So these friends, family members, and others can make individual pledges to our missionary support account for 2008. These pledges would have to be made in addition to and over and above any pledges that they're making already through their local church. I'd like to also point out one other area of need. Each country where the Free Methodist Church has a presence has a country budget called a country share account. And for Hungary for 2008, we have received pledges that amount to 39.4% of our 2008 country share budget. That means that we have a big gap. We're 60.6% short in the total funding that we need to meet our Hungary country shares. These country shares provide us with the operating funds that allow us to operate the Budapest Ministry Center, for example, as well as other important projects and ministries in the country of Hungary. So let's recap. As of today, the Winckles Missionary Support account has received pledges that will meet 87.4% of our total need for 2008. The Hungary Country Share account has received pledges that amount to 39.4% of the total need for 2008. According to our priorities, our first priority is to see that our basic missionary support package is fully funded. Once that goal is reached, then we have to focus our attention on making sure that the Hungary Country Share account is fully funded as well. If you'd like to take part and make an individual pledge, you can do so by going to our website, which is located at winckles.typepad.com. You can see the address at the top of the screen. Over on the right-hand sidebar, at the very top, there's a Partner with Us box that allows you to make a missionary support pledge to our account, either as a one-time donation or as a monthly pledge or any other basis. It's a really nice online system that's been established, and you can go there and get enrolled in the program, make your support pledge there, and we would be really thankful. If you'd like further information about the funding of Free Methodist World Missions, I've created 2 additional video presentations. One that talks about the funding changes that are taking place, and the other that talks about the priorities in funding. And you can click on those boxes on the right sidebar and see a presentation about each of those as well. You and your church have been given a great opportunity to partner with Free Methodist World Missions and their missionaries working all around the world. We thank you for your interest in our family, and we pray that you might, in some small way, take part in our ministry in Budapest, Hungary. Thank you for your time today.